Hello candidates. The reason why I'm posting this video is that many candidates who have done BCom or MCom are asking what type of questions can be asked in economy for the benefit of those people who are appearing for LIC AAO interview, and this will be of use for ensuing SBI PO interview also. So let me tell you a few points. Present position as on date is IMF, International Monetary Fund, cuts India's GDP growth rate to 7%. Why? Due to subdued domestic demand. IMF says decision driven by subdued domestic demand, country remains fastest growing large economy. That is also a point they have added. I have given you say a link here which gives you economic terms, so you can go through that link also to know about more economic terms, so that will help you in the interview. And this is mainly useful only for say BCom, MCom, say chartered accountants and others. The International Monetary Fund has cut its projection for India's economic growth by 0.3 percentage point to 7% for 2019-20 due to subdued domestic demand. For the next financial year, the projection was also cut by 0.3 percentage point to 7.2%. India's economy is set to grow at 7% in 2019, picking up to 7.2% in 2020. The downward revision of 0.3 percentage point for both years reflects a weaker than expected outlook for domestic demand. International Monetary Fund said in its update on its flagship report, The World Economic Outlook. IMF did not give details of, say, muted domestic demand, but various sectors of the economy have been witnessing a slowdown, particularly auto. For instance, retail vehicle sales in the country fell by 5.4%. Candidates, this graph tells you about the projections for India's economic growth rate for 2019-20. Here World Bank has projected 7.5, Asian Development Bank has projected 7%, Economic Survey says 7%, IMF also says now 7%. Here there is one more graph on the right side. You can see global economic growth rate projections by IMF for the world as it is. Say the first one is 2018, the second one is for 2019. 2018 is an actual figure, 2019 is a projection figure. For the world, they are expecting the economy to grow by 3.6% in 2019. For United States, the growth in 2018 was 2.9. It is projected to grow at 2.6. You can see the graph, how it goes. And for India also, it has been given on the left. The topmost is here is China. China, which has had a growth of 6.6% in 2018, is expected to grow at 6.2% in the year 2019. This is just information. Just go through the graph, try to understand, so that in the interview you may be able to explain some of these points to the interviewers. In the same report it has been given, this picture has been given. Please see that job count. India's unemployment stood at 6.1% in 2017-18. Rural it was 5.3%, urban it was 7.8%. This includes period after demonetization. Government says new methodology followed, data not comparable with earlier surveys. And it is also given unemployment rate at 45 year high if compared to some previous figures. So this is what is the say in the interviews they are asking about GDP, economy and all that mainly because of this report that has appeared in the newspaper. From the point of interview, if they ask how do you think the economy is undergoing recession, you can tell some of these points like automobile industries sales showing a downward trend, then jobless people figure is high at 6.1%. The textile industry has been affected after demonetization and GST introduction. Yeah, also it is told in by one of the economists that a number of houses constructed remain unsold in large numbers, especially in cities like Chennai. That is, construction is over, still there are not many people to buy it. And in fact, in one such case, an economist has told that the economy is in such a position now that, people are thinking about buying even what is that a biscuit packet for 5 rupees. In this regard, I have given you a link of Live Mint, which therein just now what is happening now, that situation has been given. Government considers exempting foreign investors from super rich tax. Here the important point given us, government is finalizing a package to reverse the economic slowdown. That is a report. Finance Minister Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman will hold a press conference on 24th at 5 p.m. That's what it is given. The government may withdraw the higher tax surcharge on foreign portfolio investors, citing an unnamed government official. This report has been given. This helped Indian markets and rupee recover from early lows today, that is on 24th of August. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's administration is finalizing a package to reverse the economic slowdown. Among the proposals is a likely exemption to foreign portfolio investors from a tax on super rich announced in the budgets. Indian markets are down about 10% from their June highs after Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a higher surcharge on FPIs who have sold Indian stocks, that is shares, worth over $3 billion over the last 2 months. In the 2019-20 budget, the government had increased the surcharge from 15% to 25% on taxable income between 2 crore and 5 crore and 15% to 37% for income above rupees 5 crore. It was also applicable for FPIs operating as trusts or as association of persons. These are some of the points which you please kindly keep in your mind so that you can use it in your interview. I have given the link for this page at the end of the video. You can see that also in detail if you want. Candidates, these links may be of use for you to study further if you want. Some of the candidates who have done commerce, who are desirous of knowing more about it, they can go through these links also. That will help you a lot. And basically you be thorough with the economic terms also. That will help you a lot. Okay, apart from the current economic position, and also if possible go through the budget. It is highlights of budget that will help you. See, candidates, many of you may be able to tell about the role of banks in the economic development, but when it comes to the role of insurance in economic development, I just made a search and I got a link and I have given the link also. In that, what is the implication of the study? The result implies that the insurance policies which can improve the insurance generation in different states of India should be promoted. The relationship between physical capital and economic growth indicates that more investment should be made on the policies of infrastructure like health facilities, road, etc. This research work could be useful for the state governments to improve the economic growth. These results clearly reveal the need of implementation of strategical and operational with regard to different macroeconomic variables. Those are those are the significant indicator of economic growth of the states which ultimately lead to India's economic growth. The results is also very useful for the development of the insurance sector in India. That is what has been given in that study in the end. So I have given you this. I have given the link for this also therein. So please go through that. I wish you all best of luck. And also you can go through Google search and find out about roles of banks and economic development that may also be useful for interviews. Best wishes, candidates.